Hello students, this is Shiv Prakash and today you will study noun with me. So, first of all, in noun, we will learn that what is the use of noun. So, noun can be used as a subject of the sentence or as an object of the sentence. So, students, it is a very important thing to observe, to understand nouns. Otherwise, you will never be able to speak or write English, because the grammar part is the spirit of any language. So, in the sequence of it, you will first learn here noun. As you can see here, the noun is the name of any person, place, thing, animal, or any idea. So, I will tell you, you can look around you, you will see different types of things around you. You can see fans, chair, table, pen, notebook, etc. The things which you can touch or you can see, these all things are called noun. Obviously, you are watching any video, anything. You see yourself in the mirror and all the things which surrounds you are called noun. Nothing is there which you can touch and it is not noun. So, you can say that the things which are around you are noun. So, first of all, I will tell you here the kinds of noun. So, here are 5 kinds of noun. First, proper noun, then common noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun. The kinds you know, you have known it, and now we will study in a proper way. First of all, you see here the definition of proper noun. A proper noun is a noun that identifies a single entity and used to define a particular person or anything. The examples are given: Lucknow, Mohan, the Taj, etc. So, for this you can say that if anyone is named with any name, such as your name, if whatever your name is, you see that your name is a proper noun, because no one is known, maybe other may have the same name, but you are known by that name only. If I tell you that Red Fort, then you will identify it. If I say you any particular building, Hawa Mahal, then you will know that it is Hawa Mahal. If there is any boy and you name it whatever, such as John, then John becomes a proper noun. Understood the students? Now we will move to common noun. Common noun is the generic name for a person, place, or thing. It means it has not any particular name. As in the proper noun, you have learned that any person, when given any name, then it becomes a proper noun. But when he is known by his generic name, then it is called common noun. Such as I told you in proper noun that the city name is Lucknow. Then Lucknow is known by its name, that you will identify the city. But if I call city, then you can say it any city: Kanpur, Lucknow, Varanasi, Mumbai, Delhi, etc. Boy. If I tell you any boy, then you will not identify. If I tell your friend Mohan, then you will identify the boy. Then the Mohan is proper noun and boy is common noun. Girl, if I say girl, then girl is common noun. But if I name the girl Sita, then girl becomes proper noun. Teacher, my name is Shivprakash. You will know me by that name only. But if I say teacher, then any teacher may be. So, hopefully, you will have understood the common noun. After that comes collective noun. Students, as it is called collective noun, then you will have obviously understood that it is a kind of collection. Yes, students, you can note it down and you can identify that it is a kind of collection. It shows collection or a kind of group, such as class. Any single student can never make a class, but when there is a group of students, then it is called class. Family. You are not alone a family, but when it includes your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your grandparents, then it becomes a family. Army. Any single soldier can never make an army. When there are many soldiers, then it creates a kind of group and it becomes an army. Team. When there are particular sports person, there is any particular sports person, then you cannot say it a team. But when there is a group of players, then you can say it a team. In the same way, you can say council, that particular officials which are in a group, audience, these all are in groups. So these all are called collective nouns. After that it comes material noun. As you read here, it is called material. So you can say that it is something which is materialistic and thus it is known as a material noun. So it, you can say, which is tangible, means it has some kind of origin, means you have extracted it from anywhere, such as water, the source is ground, air, your atmosphere, silver, it is also called, it is extracted from the earth only. Any metal, sunlight, egg, it is extracted from the animals, egg, honey, milk, and cotton also. And cotton is also cotton is extracted from the agriculture, oil, tea, etc. These things are materialistic and you can say it material noun. So these all things are materialistic and thus they comes under the heading of material noun. After that we will talk about abstract noun. Students, as you can say that abstract is such a thing which cannot be touched. So the things which are not concrete means you cannot touch it. Concrete means you can touch it, and if it is not concrete then you cannot touch it. So you can only feel it. So these things comes under abstract noun. So here such some examples are given. Then you can identify honesty. You can feel the honesty. The honesty of any person can be felt, but honesty can never be touched, and it can be used as a subject. Honesty is the best policy. Happiness. You can say happiness can be used as a subject, and happiness can never be touched. You can feel it. Bravery, hate, anger, anxiety, hope, silliness, etc. There are a lot of examples which shows abstract. So students, hopefully you will have understood all the things noun with examples, and in the next video I will tell you gender and number of nouns. Wait for it, students. Thank you.